This is the War Brief Daily for April 15th, covering the Iran and wider Middle East theater. 4 major developments are on the board tonight. First, the U.S.-Iran ceasefire, just 1 week old, is fracturing under simultaneous pressure from multiple directions. Second, the United States has officially initiated a maritime blockade of the Strait of Hormuz. Third, Israeli forces are intensifying operations in southern Lebanon. And fourth, Iranian-backed Iraqi militias struck Gulf states with drones, triggering formal diplomatic action from both Bahrain and Saudi Arabia. Think of this ceasefire as holding on by 3 threads, and tonight, all 3 are being pulled at once. First, the ceasefire itself. The framework has been in nominal effect since approximately April 8th. U.S. and Iranian delegations are scheduled to meet in Pakistan this weekend, with Washington presenting a 15-point plan and Tehran presenting a competing 10-point plan. The 2 sides remain far apart. Iran's position is that talks must be confined to nuclear matters. Lebanon, Hormuz, and proxy militia activity are all off the table in Tehran's framing. Axios reports that Iran is considering a temporary moratorium on uranium enrichment as part of a deal. That is credible but still emerging. Vice President Vance is reportedly involved in the nuclear track. What's confirmed across Reuters, the Associated Press, and the Institute for the Study of War is that the ceasefire framework is under significant stress. Second, the Hormuz Blockade. This is confirmed. The Wall Street Journal reported it on April 13th. U.S. Central Command issued official statements. The UK Maritime Trade Operations Office issued guidance. Reuters confirmed oil tankers are already rerouting away from the strait. Here's what's emerging and should be treated as single source for now. Iranian semi-official media is reporting that the IRGC has placed sea mines in the Strait of Hormuz. If confirmed, that would be the first mining of Hormuz since the tanker wars of the 1980s. One more critical fact: NATO allies have formally declined to participate in the blockade. The U.S. is running this operation unilaterally, with no coalition backing, on a waterway that carries roughly 20% of global oil. Third, Israel and Lebanon. Confirmed by the IDF on April 12th and 13th, Israeli forces have completed a forward deployment into southern Lebanon and are establishing a defined security zone. Reuters reported that full control of a key South Lebanon town is expected within days. The IDF's Arabic language spokesperson cited ongoing strikes against Hezbollah weapons infrastructure. In parallel, Prime Minister Netanyahu has authorized direct diplomatic negotiations with Lebanon, military pressure and diplomatic leverage running simultaneously. Analysts note that Israel's Lebanon campaign operates entirely outside the U.S.-Iran ceasefire framework. University of Exeter analyst Maziar Ghiabi put it directly, and this is analyst assessment. The Israeli government is not keen to see any rapprochement between the United States and Iran, and the war in Lebanon is one of the main cards that Netanyahu has in destabilizing any peace efforts. Fourth, Iraqi militia drones and Gulf fallout. The Institute for the Study of War assessed on April 13th that Iranian-backed Iraqi militias, specifically Kataib Hezbollah and Harakat Hezbollah al-Nujaba, are likely responsible for drone attacks against Bahrain and Saudi Arabia. This is confirmed. Bahrain officially summoned Iraq's Chargé d'Affaires. Saudi Arabia summoned the Iraqi ambassador. Separately, Iraqi Coordination Framework leader Hadi al-Ameri is reportedly attempting to negotiate a temporary halt to the attacks, which tells you something important. The Iraqi government cannot fully control these groups, and it is now caught between Iranian proxy militias on one side and 2 angry Gulf neighbors demanding accountability on the other. Here's what to watch in the next cycle. Monitor for any Iranian response to the Hormuz blockade. A counter-escalation, mine confirmation, or naval standoff would be the critical trigger event. Watch whether the drone attacks on Gulf states continue or pause following the diplomatic pressure on Baghdad. Track the IDF in southern Lebanon for signs of expansion or consolidation. Watch the Pakistan talks. A joint statement or a collapse will set the trajectory for the next week. And watch the nuclear enrichment question closely. A confirmed Iranian moratorium offer would be the single most significant diplomatic development in this conflict since the opening salvos. That's your War Brief Daily for April 15th. Stay sharp.